with the Goods Volume 1 from DotaLive.net, casting the G Sports Dota 2 Championship number 2 finals, TTB, versus zNation. What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Not much.
Pleasure to cast with you, man. You excited about it?
Absolutely. Kind of looking to get my feet wet with this whole scene, and seems like it should be an exciting match, and I'm anxious to get started here. Got the teams loading in. Looks like, I guess we're waiting on a spectator to load still.
Yeah.
But according to Ghost Who Gamers, these two teams are pretty evenly matched, number 17 and 18 on the list. I'm very new to the pro scene. I'm sure you know a little bit better than me. Do you have anything you could tell us about these two teams?
Yeah, personally, the stronger of the two is zNation. zNation just recently lost to Mouse Sports, but Mouse Sports has won 9 out of the last 10 matches, including Navi. They beat Dare, Complexity, so they're really good. They've beaten, though, zNation's beaten Absolute Legends, Dare, Western Wolves, Kata. However, TTB, on the other hand, they actually won the 4PL, played Dota number 2. So they're a really good team. They beat Quantic. They beat, I think, SGC, but they did recently just lose to Empire. Empire's not that highly ranked. So my prediction would probably be definitely, I think, that zNation has the advantage.
Sounds good. And we're getting into the bans here. Pretty standard so far. We got a Chen and a Broodmother ban.
I'm kind of interested to see how they match up the Brood ban with, because that's a pretty interesting first ban. Followed by Leshrac, Furion.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No, Lesh is just an extremely... He's actually become really popular over the last few months, as a matter of fact.
I've noticed that a lot, actually.
Yeah, because he's just so strong. Edict is just too strong. The mixed damage, I think a lot of people misunderstood that early on. And I thought that they assumed it would be weaker, but the mixed damage actually really helps, because even if you pop a BKB, you take damage, et cetera, et cetera. And Pulse Nova is just super strong. But Lesh is a hero that does need levels.
It just seems like they're banning a lot of push off right at the start. I mean, there's Darkseer gone, Leshrac gone,
Absolutely.
and Broodmother gone. So, I mean, TTP is really looking to get rid of that push early game.
Well, that's what zNation's kind of known for. The only team recently to stop them has been Mouse Sports. And that's because they counter-pushed with a heavier pushing team.
Yeah, it seems like, actually, I guess we got a lot of push ban from both teams, and we got a Brewmaster first pick for TTB. He's obviously become very popular since he was released. Yeah. He just, the survivability and the amount of his presence in team fights is pretty hard to deal with.
Yeah, and he doesn't really do well against push lineups, so that's why they definitely opted to prevent the push lineup. But inversely, they did give up Invoker, and that's the... He's arguably the best hero in the game, so that's actually pretty interesting that they decided to opt out of an Invoker selection for a Brewmaster. Despite Brewmaster's strength, I still think Invoker is clearly a first pick selection if you have the opportunity to pick him.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I don't actually think I've seen Brewmaster picked first that often. I mean, he has been a very popular pick, but first pick, I haven't really seen that a whole lot, but obviously they're basing their strategy around him, or else they wouldn't have gotten him first.
I actually agree. I think Complexity is probably the only team that will first pick him, and that's because Jo is just super strong with that hero. But yeah, I'm very surprised as well. I really like the Windrunner pickup. The CM pickup is probably to dual middle with Brewmaster. That's a very strong lineup. Beastmaster is probably going to counter that one. I actually really like that counter.
Radiant team ban.
Beastmaster I see being picked up a lot. He's not... I've never really completely understood it. I mean, he's got, I think, one of the most reliable stuns in the game, though. So, I mean, that's always extremely useful. And like I said, I'm new to the game. I'm still relatively new to the game. And I mean, I never see him perform that amazingly. Or maybe it's just me.
He's better to round out a team. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm really curious to see if they banned Vengeful Spirit because of the aura stack, because you have the passive attack speed, and then with Vengeful Spirit's damage increase, so you have basically a nice aura stack there, which rounds out a team. So if you're lacking a little bit of DPS, that's where you pick it up on the auras, and then you have the multiple stuns and the ability to swap. So Beastmaster is really nice on it, or he's really rounded off with a Vengeful Spirit, and that completes a team And it will definitely help an Invoker if he decides to go an Exort build, because then not only does he have more damage on top of his already high damage, then he gets an additional attack speed bonus. So it's like Beastmaster's a very strong hero, and at the same time, he's good to complement teams. I'm really surprised about this Balinar pickup. I don't really think that they could have afforded to pick up Balinar after they picked Beastmaster, so that's kind of interesting. The anti-mage selection, that's another one I thought that they really could have avoided. Morphling I could have definitely saw coming, and then
there's the Vengeful Spirit pick.
Yeah, so we have the Aura Stack. It's just because of the combination within a good team, just completely just, like I said, I don't mean to sound redundant, but it's the best way to explain it. It just rounds off. It just makes your team completely whole. The Morphling selection, I think that's a strong one against that team, and I think that's going to cause major problems, because he's probably going to have another support paired up top. Yeah, so you're going to have the Morphling with the Earthshaker top. You're going to have the dual middle, and then you're going to have Windrunner Suicide, while basically taking out all of the strong pushing lineups that you probably would have feared. Darkseer would have killed that team. Ion Shell with all their low HP pools, probably Morphling would be the only one to live through the sustainable damage. I really think that they need a silence here, though. I really think that's also why they banned the Balinar, but I think they really need a silence. I would not be shocked to see some sort of silence pickup here. I actually would have liked to see a Death Prophet for that team. I think that's one that the Dire side would have really had a hard time with, but with the Beastmaster selection and Beastmaster having to go middle, that's going to be pretty difficult to fit a DP into any lineup, but they really need a strong silence here. If not, at least a hero with the ability to pick up an early Orchid against the Brewmaster, because if you shut down Brewmaster, it's going to take Morphling a little bit too long to get back in the game, and Invoker, even with a little bit of items, he's going to be able to definitely just take control of the game. So I think that's going to be like really important. They're going to need a silence. I don't think that they should pick up Silencer, but I think they need a hero that can either pick up a really fast Orchid or has an innate silence. And here we go. And then we have the Bone Fletcher. Yeah, he's just going to rush Orchid, and he's going to shut him down. And he's does PS to the CM, the Windrunner. He's going to really be able to shut down Morphling from using his little stat boost. So I think that's something very interesting to watch, is how big Bone Fletcher gets early is going to determine just how hard of a time the Dire team is going to have. But it really all depends on what's going to happen middle. If Brewmaster gets an early strong start, I think that is going to be able to give Morphling enough time to get some items. But I don't know, man.
It sounds like this game's really going to, the pace of this game's really going to be decided early. I mean, we have so much. I mean, the Dire TTB has, I think they definitely have the better late game, I would say, just because of Morphling more than anything. But the Radiant team, zNation, definitely has a lot more right-click damage early on. They're just going to be, really putting the herd out on their team.
Oh, bro.
And we're going to have a pause, I believe, do we still have a disconnect?
Yeah. Or maybe someone's just a little bit AFK. Probably something happened.
So I don't know the players all that well, but
I've heard of the players. I don't really watch too many of the. I've only casted zNation, I believe, once. I've heard of TTB, but to be honest, like I said, of the two teams, not trying to come off standoffish, but I really think that zNation has beaten much better competition, has played stronger competition, so I think that they're probably a better team. But anything can happen, especially in a best of one, or I mean, I know that this is a best of three, but anything can happen. I just think that in this best of three format, I think the stronger team is going to have a much easier time, and I think zNation is definitely walking in with the advantage, but anything can happen.
It looks like actually TTB is going to go for an early first blood. All four teammates, or all five? All five are there.
All five. Mm-hmm. It's pretty standard to help the Suicide be able to ward and pick off anybody trying to protect against an early ward. So I'm surprised that they didn't smoke, though, to be honest.
Invoker sees it coming. He's just going to back off. Doesn't look like they're actually going to manage to get anything. Vengeful Spirit coming in. He sees what's going on. He doesn't want to get caught out, though. Brewmaster and Morphling right next to him. They're just going to keep walking. Vengeful gets the ward up, and everyone's just kind of returning to their lanes.
I think they could have benefited from the movement speed of the smoke. Even though smoke is going to pop, it would probably give ES a better opportunity to be able to stun, and then you have all your teammates there to just follow up on that. I'm surprised that they didn't decide to smoke there, but it's okay.
Regeneration.
I believe they're not going to actually duel middle. I think they're going to really just tri-lane for Morphling. Yeah, they're going to super tri-lane for Morphling, so you're going to have basically 2 stuns and just a heavy nuke coming out of the top side. And Bone Fletcher, believe it or not, is actually going to suicide on this one.
That's an interesting decision. I mean, you got a lot of harassment from Crystal Maiden is no joke. So I mean, he's really gonna have to have to play it safe.
Yeah, I thought Invoker might have been able to take it up, but I think they're just trying to get him farmed really quickly.
And Crystal Maiden's gonna back off as much as possible, let him get that extra XP, and try and get some harass out on Clinks. But I mean, I say Crystal Maiden does a lot of damage, but Clinks does just as much. And well, there she goes with the early harass. He's not going to be able to do much. Earthshaker's up there as well. I guess he's looking to get an early gank on that Clinks. Down bottom, we got Windrunner solo right now against Invoker. Not really sure who has the advantage there. I mean,
well, Invoker's a better hero, but Windrunner's still strong enough to actually win that lane, especially considering if she's really good with power shots. That's the equalizer right there, is just how well you can land these power shots. And they're smoked. They're heading towards bot rune. I think they're going to go all the way around and try to jump on this this brew.
It'd be a big advantage early game for that Beastmaster, get him some farm. And they are going in. There's the stun from Vengeful Spirit. Net coming out from the Hellcaller, and Brewmaster's going to have a hard time getting out of this.
Brew, baby Brew.
Beastmaster taking some tower aggro, and there's the Sunstrike for the kill from Invoker. Nice shot from Invoker. CRZ with the kill. Early kill, first blood for zNation, and 1-0 at 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, and the port in. And he canceled. Oh, man, that's a big... Not only because of the gold investment, but basically I think that was a mistake as well during the fight, because if he focused down the beast, the tower was hitting the Beastmaster, and he decided to run. If he manned up, I think he could have stole first blood, to be completely honest.
We've got Earthshaker and Windrunner coming in here trying to make something happen, but they're actually going to get this tower, a super early tower, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, mid-tower going down, and that's going to make it put some pressure on Brewmaster to make something happen in this lane. Up top, Crystal Maiden's doing a pretty good job of keeping Clinks harassed back, so Morphling gets his farm. I haven't even taken a look yet. Clink's sitting at, he only has 5 last hits so far, while Morphling has 14, so he's about 3 times the last hitting power. Although, to be fair, Clinks is solo lane, so he is getting more experience. Earthshaker kind of just hanging around top, still sitting at level 2. I don't know if he's going to try and make something happen on that Clinks or not.
No, I think what he should be doing is pulling exactly. He might be a little late, actually, to that pull, but he should be pulling the small camp and then going into the medium camp. No, he just got there, barely. Yeah, I actually agree with what they're doing, because they'll deny the XP advantage you spoke about to that Clink's top side. And I think they're going to try to jump on this guy middle. This Beastmaster's way out of position. A little bit
He hasn't seen anything yet. He's up. If Crystal Maiden gets that stun off, he's going to be pretty screwed. Earthshaker's going to get it. He's not going to get the stun off in time. There's the illusion coming out from Beastmaster, and he's going to be fine getting away. Actually, Vengeful Spirit's coming in as well as Enchantress. Nice stun from Earthshaker. Disables the Vengeful Spirit entirely.
Yeah. No, that was just a nice read by the Radiant side, and they might pick this up with a stun on the Minotaur.
Stun on it, yep. And actually, there's the Sunstrike, and it's going to pick it up. Invoker with another kill for zNation. 2-0 lead at 4 minutes. Vengeful Spirit's taking a lot of damage from that Crystal Maiden, and there's a power shot from Windrunner out of nowhere. Vengeful Spirit goes down, picking up a kill. TTB Calculus picking up a kill for TTB, and he's taking some damage out on Enchantress. I'm not really sure what he's still doing up there. Beastmaster could take him out.
He's trying to make a play, but I think he just stayed a little bit too long. I think the problem is this Invoker's free farming because of the beatdown that happened mid lane, so I'm actually...
Morphling actually just got the kill on Clink's top.
Radiant structures are fortified.
There's another kill for TTB. Taking out that Clinks was pretty important, so that's a big kill for that Morphling. Morphling not quite going to get the tower, but he's going to manage to get out a lot of damage. Here comes the port in from Clinks, and Morphling's going to be smart and back out. He's too low. Beastmasters, go ahead.
No, at the time they were even level, and Morphling's nuke is just a little bit too high for Clinks stage people. So I think that was definitely the reason why he ended up taking that kill.
Backwash.
Crystal Maiden with invisibility coming into the woods here. There's two of them there, though. She's not going to make anything happen, and actually it wears off, and Enchantress going after. There's a stun from Enchantress. This stun strike's got to pick him up. Invoker with his third sunstrike kill. He's been dead on with those so far.
And with the experience buff that they gave it, on top of that gold, he's just, oh my goodness, he's snowballing right now, and he's that's what makes that hero so frustrating, and that's why I was very surprised that they gave up the pick in the first place. He can CS and farm in a lane while still getting experience at the opposite side of the map and getting himself a kill while doing nothing. All he has to do is land Sunstrike. It's ridiculous.
I for one suck at Invoker, so I've never really been able to get the hang of him. Just too much for me, I think.
Well, he is a high scale, or excuse me, he's a high skill hero. But the point I'm making is,
we got Vengeful Spirit coming in with the stun on Windrunner. Enchantress going to get some damage out there and miss it. I don't know if he landed the Sunstrike or not. I don't know if it actually hit him.
No, he missed. He missed. He was a little bit short.
And we've got to pause real quick.
But yeah, so Morphling is getting relatively easy farm up their top, although Invoker at the same time is doing the same, and he's racking up additional kills. If
we take a look at the items real quick, Invoker's got a 4-staff already. Vengeful Spirit just hitting with a pair of boots. Enchantress has Ring of Basilius and Boots of Speed. Beastmaster's got his bottle and his boots. Nothing out of the ordinary. Clinks has got his Ring of Aquila. Windrunner, Ring of Basilius. Oh, and actually, Beastmaster came in for the kill on Windrunner. Yeah. Nice play from Beastmaster.
Very nice. And they're going to try to transition this into another tower. And that 6-minute 4-staff you were speaking about, that's
ridiculous. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
The stun from Earthshaker. Brewmaster's not going to be able to get there in time to make anything happen. They are going to be able to back him off, but a lot of pushing going out. Despite all the, they banned half the push heroes in the game, and they're still pushing like crazy.
But Enchantress is just super strong, especially because what makes her also strong, aside from the fact that she can dominate creep, of course, is her ability to, when she levels untouchable, if she takes creep wave, that creep wave will do no damage to her, and at the same time, their attack speed is so slow that you can clear that wave in 2 seconds and have at least 2 of your waves beating down a tower in no time just because of that. She's such an excellent hero. So that combo pick between Invoker and Enchantress was a very, very, very good job by zNation to see that and read that.
Clink Stallion's got a couple point of steering arrows, is managing to get a little bit more farm. He's up to 28 CS, and here comes Morphling going in for some damage on him, but Clinks is just going to go invis and back out.
There's going to be a gank mid lane as well.
Yep, there comes Vengeful Spirit with the stun on Windrunner. Enchantress throwing out some damage. The net got off on him. Nice. I think I'm not sure, I think the Sunstrike missed again, actually. But
no, the Sunstrike actually hit, but it hit very early. As a matter of fact, Beastmaster actually uses ulti when she was at like 100 life. Not really that big. I mean, we're nitpicking now, but kind of unnecessary.
Down bottom, actually, excellent play from Invoker. He managed to run into the woods and port away, avoiding that kill. Invoker just,
6-minute 4-staff. He 4-staffed into the trees and got the hell out of there.
3-0.
Such a good job. Oh my goodness. He's gonna be a problem.
And Morphling's just been sitting here up top here the whole time. He's been getting free farm the whole game. He's up to 42 CS. Clink's actually not quite as far behind. He's about 12 CS behind him. Not doing too bad. Quick look at the gold graph already. We're obviously going to see a... yep, exactly. About 3,000 gold advantage in favor of the Radiant. No surprise with that. Those Invoker kills are so quick.
Oh, yeah.
Beastmaster and Enchantress still chilling in the woods. Beastmaster with that double damage. Beastmaster just kind of sitting around. I guess he was just buying. We got 3 bottom. Brewmaster, Crystal Maiden, and Earthshaker coming down, trying to force this Invoker back. It's a little late to shut down his farm.
No, I agree. It's just unfortunate because CM's getting caught way out of position here.
She's gonna go down with the stun from Beastmaster. Beastmaster gonna come in. There's the stun from Earthshaker. Nice force staff from Vengeful Spirit. Stun going out on Earthshaker. Here comes the Sunstrike. Not gonna catch anyone, but Vengeful Spirit's still gonna go down from Brewmaster, and Invoker actually managed to land a kill on Earthshaker. I didn't quite see what happened. Did you see what happened there?
Yeah, the Invoker force-staffed the Vengeful Spirit who got the stun, and then they split. But the interesting thing about that split was when Primal split was used, he actually could have killed the Enchantress, but decided to run back and save an illusion so that obviously he can come back to life. Meanwhile, Invoker was just basically plugging away at his team. So I was kind of very interested. Like, I would really like to know why he did that. Instead of being aggressive with his ulti, he basically just ulted to run away with full life. I don't know. I was just kind of really confused about that play. Like, that to me is a little bit mind-boggling. I'm very perplexed about that decision.
It's funny because, I mean, obviously the the Radiant team had the advantage there going into that team fight positioning-wise. And actually, Vengeful Spirit's going to get a stun off on Morphling, but if he chases, he's going to be in trouble.
Uh-oh. She's in big trouble now.
Power shot goes off, and there's the kill.
Yep, the Light of Heaven Shackle.
I was gonna say it. That wasn't really Light of Heaven. No, that one was gonna happen either way.
Yeah, I know. Just props to my boy Light of Heaven.
Totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was saying. Actually, the Windrunner with another Shackle on Beastmaster doesn't manage to latch anything though. There's the power shot, throwing out some harass. Doesn't hit Beastmaster with it. He's just gonna walk away. Popping the invisibility rune, gonna make something happen. Stun going out from Windrunner. There's an awesome Sunstrike again, and Beastmaster's probably gonna pick up the kill on her. Oh, nope, popped her wand. Nice Shackle, manages to shackle it to his own bird. That was hilarious.
Yes, that's beast. And you notice why she didn't die? She didn't die because the axes was so short that the axes on the way back didn't actually hit her. It was such short, like he didn't extend the axes behind her. He actually just hit her, so it just hit her once instead of hitting her twice.
It was probably, I know, I've done that before, you know, you just click it quick, trying to hope to get something, and it just doesn't quite. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, but it just backfired, because that would have been his kill. He deserved that kill up until that point.
So you got a disconnect.
Probably some lag issues. I'll actually check right now the ping. And who was the one that left?
It was, I don't even know how to say his name. It's Vengeful Spirit.
Oh, well, I'm the highest MS, so I'm pretty interested to see why he was lagging so badly. But Sun's fan is also followed by me, and we're not even playing, so I don't know if it was a lag issue or if there's just something going on, like a graphic bug maybe or something. But I really think the mistake that TTB made early was not having CM babysit the Brewmaster, because I don't think they would have lost the tower that easily had they done that, and I think losing that tower completely changed the complexion of the game.
Sorry for my silence, attempting to fix something. I'm aware that my starboard is out of place, and I'm trying to fix that at the moment.
Yeah, no problems. It's just
unfortunate. I'm pretty sure I haven't had the right overlay up all game, but that is fixed now too.
Beating down that mechanical keyboard, son.
That's the only thing. The only downside is while you're casting, it's obnoxious, so everyone can hear me type.
No, it's okay. It's been a pretty entertaining game so far. The Invoker and the Morphling have pretty much dominated the creep score. I'm kind of curious to see which one ends up on top, but since we're transitioning into the mid game right now, Invoker clearly has the advantage, and if they're able to continue to push like this, it's going to be real ugly really soon. I wonder. Oh my goodness, Earthshaker has 7 CS. He's going to be he's light years away from a blink. It's not even close. Yeah, this guy's light years away from a blink.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I've been communicating with our our fearless leader here. Morphling just been all over. I mean, he's now transitioned to middle lane, picking up the farm there since the tower's gone. Earthshaker up top, picking up some farm. I'm not sure. I mean, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot against Clinks. Clinks is just going to put out some damage on him and continue to clean up the CS. Crystal Maiden's actually coming mid. Look, maybe going to try and get a kill. Nope, he's going back into the forest.
Top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Enchantress looks like she's going to go after. Oh no, she turned around. She got really scared really fast.
Looks like we're probably going to have a team fight mid. Crystal Maiden, Morphling, and Brewmaster looking to come in. Beastmaster and Vengeful Spirit are disappearing though. Beastmaster's going to go up and grab that haste rune, maybe? Dropping his bottle.
He should be grabbing that haste rune. Oh, because he's trying to share. There you go. Give it back.
There we go.
Yeah, he just gave Vengeful Spirit the charges. That's all he was doing.
There's a lot of pinging going out. I'm not really sure what they're going for.
He's just scouting just to see. I think what they're going to try to do is transition this into a top tower, the Radiant, of course, because they seem to be scouting the jungle. And I think since they don't see anything, I think that they're thinking, hey, you know, we got a free tower up here, guys.
Invoker's still solo versus this Windrunner, but Windrunner's taking a lot of damage from him.
And she's going to continue to. She keeps playing around.
She's been pretty smart with the wind runs, and actually Invoker's taking a ton of damage out. But here comes a Sunstrike, and it isn't gonna quite make it. Windrunner's just gonna port back to base. Middle, we have a team fight going on. Morphling got a lot of damage out on Vengeful Spirit. Earthshaker actually cleaning up the kill. Beastmaster just running for his life, but he has that haste rune, so he's gonna get out without much issue. So they got the kill on Vengeful Spirit. Not a huge loss for the Radiant team, but I mean, I don't think they were really hoping it would turn out that way, but 4 versus 2, they didn't really have much of an advantage there.
TTB just had a good counter gank. They basically just used Morphling as bait, and when zNation took it, they just counter ganked.
Beastmaster trying to defend them off that tower, but Dire's actually going to pick up the tower. Here comes another Sunstrike from Invoker, but Morphling smart. He actually, I don't know if he expected it or just happened to waveform at the right time. Nice shackle from Windrunner on the Enchantress. Earthshaker's not quite going to get the stun, but he gets the last hit on him. Clink's going invisible. Morphling was trying to get some damage out on him, but here comes a stun from Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit. Nice shackle again from Windrunner, and they're both going to go down.
Yep.
But maybe not. Beastmaster might manage to get away. See if he can catch that. Nope, there's the stun from Earthshaker, and he's going to go down.
That was a little bit of a misplay. After the death from Enchantress, zNation had the Bone Fletcher scouting, and then Vengeful Spirit goes, oh, hey, we can probably take this 4-on-2, and realize afterwards, oh, man, that probably wasn't the best idea.
Looks like Invoker's been out of luck with his last couple Sunstrikes.
Yeah, but it's also because of the speed of Windrunner when she activates Windrun. Yeah, so it's kind of really hard. And she has phase boots now, too, so, you know, it's kind of difficult to gauge now because she's no longer slow as dirt. You know how it is. And he had the benefit of stuns earlier on to give him the 3 kills on the Sunstrike.
Right. So. Nexus for zNation playing Clinks actually has both of his Oblivion staffs already, so he's getting close to that Orchid, which is going to be huge for the Radiant team. And we're actually looking at an even score now, 8-8. Dire team's actually managed a pretty good comeback, picking up those counter ganks mid have been really working out well for him.
Oh, man. TTB playing an exceptional game. They had a hard time early, but they definitely have picked up their play. We'll see what happens though, because Morphling got a lot of farm, and if Morphling gets out of control, oh my goodness.
And we've all seen how that ends up.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. Hey, Korok. Korok, player from ex-Gosu, currently I believe Quantic. He's known for his world-renowned Morphling play. He can just completely take over games, and if this guy is anything like that, this game will be over shortly with the amount of CS. He's closing in on 100 CS at 20 minutes, or basically at 18 minutes.
Invoker actually just picked up a Blink Dagger, so insane mobility from this Invoker.
Whoa, playing Dendi. Hola, Dendi. Oh, man.
I usually don't even see Force Staff on Invoker, let alone the Blink Dagger.
I actually see that more often than Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger's a Dendi build. That's a straight up Yule Scepter, Blink, and Force Staff is a straight up Dendi build. So that's pretty interesting. I have not seen it in competitive play other than, I'm sorry, TC as well from Complexity. I've seen it do it one time. But the game was probably already over, though, anyway, because Jo was just dominating that game. But TC as well plays a very strong Invoker, and he's done that. I've seen him do that.
Quick look up top. Nexus has finished his Orchid of Malevolence. It's a hard word to pronounce.
Yeah.
And they haven't really done a whole lot to shut him down. I mean, I haven't even seen, does anyone have any reveal? I haven't seen anyone use any dust or anything yet. Actually, Crystal Maiden is carrying 2 Dust of Appearance.
True, but thus far he's been completely untouched and unscathed based on his ability to invis out of trouble a lot.
I don't think he's actually, has he died yet? Oh yeah, he has died once, but he hasn't gotten any kills and he hasn't really been there in any of the team fights. He doesn't have any assists, but he's still been managing to get decent farms, so we'll see.
Yeah, he just needs to farm up his Orchid. Once he farms up his Orchid, he can just take Brewmaster out of the fight, and once you kill Brewmaster, a Morphling at this point in the game isn't strong enough to take a whole team, so he's basically going to be rendered useless because once Brewmaster goes down, he has to retreat all the time.
Exactly. And I mean, yeah, it's just going to lead him to probably popping his ult early, which isn't really going to do him a whole hell of a lot of good.
Yep. Completely agree. I wonder why they're not pushing zNation. They're kind of defending and playing this pseudo defense ganking style. I don't know why they're just not trying to push. At least split push.
Shackle attempt from Windrunner trying to get that Invoker. Maybe he was just trying to shut up the Forged Spirits there.
Spirits, Imba, baby. They're so important, you gotta shackle them.
It's interesting to see that meta shift from meta, I always say it wrong, but from the Invoker builds. Like everyone, I miss the Tornadoes and the EMPs.
Yeah, well, ever since they gimped the Tornado and the EMP thing, where you used to be able to Tornado and then EMP, and despite whoever was Tornadoed, you would get EMP. Now you have to have not only perfect timing, but they also even nerfed the mana drain that EMP provided.
Right. And we got a 3-man push on mid tower from the Radiant team, but we got Windrunner and Earthshaker there to defend it. But at the same time, Crystal Maiden and Brewmaster pushing that bottom tower, and it's close to going down. We got the port in from Beastmaster. Nice Force Staff, but Brewmaster, nice blink away. That could have been bad news for them.
That was a very, very, very smart blink.
And Crystal Maiden just ported away. She knew she was low health. She wasn't going to be much use if she stayed there. Crystal Maiden is a hero I actually started playing more recently, and I mean, she's incredibly useful, but extremely squishy.
Yeah, her job is just her early game presence and early game dominance. She's very, 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 very strong for supporting a tri-lane, for supporting a dual lane. Just overall, she's pretty good. She's not really very mobile. She's very slow, and she's also very squishy. So in about 10 minutes, she will be completely rendered ineffective and will just be food. But her ability to stun and slow will still be pretty important in a team fight, but outside of that, she's just going to be basically just support.
Exactly, and she's been playing very hard support. She's only got level 1 boots. She does have a magic wand, but everything else has just been dust, wards, and smoke.
Yes, but she's been doing a good job, though. But that's all you need. That's all you need out of your support players, is to be able to get your carry farm, which Morphling has, and your ability to set up a lot of kills, which, of course, she has. So she's done a very good job this game. I've been very impressed by the CM play.
They're really looking to make something happen with this Invoker, but his whole team is there now backing him up. Here comes the Force Staff, or sorry, the Blink in from Invoker. Gets the kill on Crystal Maiden. Beastmaster's going to get the kill on Windrunner, and Brewmaster's going to back off. He has there's nothing he can do in this situation. Earthshaker's coming in. You know, they're going to try and fend him off the tower, but that's about all they can do. Oh, nice Blink in from Earthshaker. And actually, I'm surprised they managed that so well. I hadn't even seen Morphling porting in, so that was a great play from the Dire team. The perfect timing of the Earthshaker ult with the Morphling blink in, and they're actually going to pick up 3 kills out of this.
No, that was just some exceptional timing and team play. Meanwhile, Bone Fletcher late to the party again. I actually was really surprised that Earthshaker has been able to get up a blink, considering he had 200 gold at 7 or 8 minutes. No
Here comes the
boots.
damage from Clinks, but he's going to get dusted and he's going to go down.
That is some kamikaze play by zNation. I'm very surprised to see that blunder. I don't know why Clinks is playing Clinks that way. I think he's actually hurting himself, because that's the second time he's either gone kamikaze, or remember in the jungle where he basically scouted and a Vengeful Spirit and
Morphling's in the woods here. He might actually manage to get this kill on Beastmaster. Another attack. There it is. Enchantress going to come after him, but he's got his Lincolns up already. And he's actually got his Yasha in his stash, so he's looking towards a Manta, I would assume.
Oh, absolutely, and it's just a good item choice. It's a very good item choice. He can take off the Forge Spirit armor debuff. He can take off Vengeful Spirit's armor debuff. He can take off a slow from Enchantress. I actually really like it. That's actually a pretty smart.
Manta is actually personally one of my favorite items in this game.
Yeah. I like it. I use it a lot as well. It's just depending on what use you're gonna make out of it. Some people use it for the speed. Some people use it for the purge off.
The bottom tier 1 tower on the Radiant side, extremely low, but Invoker's still managing to fend it off. And Brewmaster getting the hell out of there. Or sorry, that was Earthshaker that time, blinking out of there.
Yeah, I really like the way TTB has been playing ever since they had 2 towers taken. They've just been turtling, picking their spots. They've been doing a very good job.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
We got a smoke gank from the
Radiant
Dire
jungle.
team. See if they can make something happen with it. They do. The Dire team, or sorry, the Radiant team does have 3 people there, and Invoker's not far off. Nice shackle from Windrunner. Maybe not. Actually, I thought it hit a hero. That was just another 3.
No.
There's a Sunstrike. Invoker getting another kill on Earthshaker. Windrunner's just going to get out of there. Here comes Invoker with the Ice Wall. Going to slow it down. Swap from Vengeful Spirit. Windrunner still trying to get out of there. Power shot, trying to get through the trees. Another stun, and she's dead.
Radiant's
Oh.
has been killed.
So a failed smoke gank there from the Dire team. That Invoker.
Top tower is under
That Invoker.
No, the beauty of the play was, for those of you that missed it, Earthshaker goes in and he's like, oh yeah, I got this, guys. Look at me with my big boy pants. So he blinks in and he's like, I'm going to ult all these guys. All of a sudden, the team splits up perfectly. He's standing there like a sitting duck. He gets cold snap in the face and he just gets wrecked. And then there goes the team fight. So that was a pretty interesting team fight there. I was actually very surprised. It wasn't really the Earthshaker's fault. It was just a good split by zNation. That was just a very well-timed split.
And the Radiant team, TTB, going to capitalize on, or I'm sorry, zNation going to capitalize on those kills.
Roshan has fallen to the
And
Radiant.
go Roche. Clinks getting the Aegis of the Immortal, kind of predictable. But here comes TTB coming in, trying to make something happen. Clinks actually going to manage to get that kill on Crystal Maiden. Not quite. One more hit, and she goes down from the fire damage. And Clinks going after Earthshaker. Probably not going to make anything happen. Power shot from Windrunner. Here comes the Morphling.
And he
And,
picked up,
and he burned through the Aegis, and Clinks with a quick and is trying to get out of there. I think he got dusted. No, he did not.
No, they just dropped sentries. He's too fast, though. So that was actually, I was gonna, wow. Oh, man. This
Nice
is not
power
good.
shot from Windrunner, or sorry, shackle from Windrunner. Morphling coming in, getting a kill on Beastmaster. Vengeful Spirit dying dead from the power shot from Windrunner, and nice fissure from Earthshaker, and takes out Clinks. I'm not sure if he actually still saw him, or he just got lucky with that one.
No, he saw him because of the counters. Look at the rev wards all around. They've placed 3 rev wards in order to stop him. I think the problem with Bone Fletcher was he was getting hit while invis, so he knew they had counters, and then he goes into a different area where they all are, and he's like, oh well, they must have run out of counters. You're testing fate when that happens. If you know a team is actively purchasing items to counter you as an invis hero, you might want to put yourself in safer spots and not try to get all crazy and flex your muscle all the time. He's died 3 times based on the fact that he's just gotten way too aggressive and been in these ridiculous spots, knowing that the team is actively purchasing counters. So, I mean...
And I think we look at him right now. I mean, Clinks is 1-3. There's at least 2 of those deaths probably really easily. I think all of them are pretty easily avoided.
Absolutely, I completely agree. And in this game, it's more important to not die than it is actually to get kills.
I saw from the Invoker on that Morphling. Morphling's taking a lot of damage from the Forged Spirit, actually.
Forged Spirit is like a boss.
And actually, Windrunner with the Shackle on Invoker. Brewmaster coming in. There's a stun. Invoker, you're going to be hard pressed to get out of here. There is the Adaptive Strike from Morphling. I couldn't remember the name of it there for a sec.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that I just saw that happen. Invoker had a Force Staff the whole time, and he didn't actually try to Force Staff to get away.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was working at.
I'm not sure what was happening, but he did have it up.
Down bottom, there's a Shackle on the Beastmaster. Not going to have anything happen. Brewmaster coming in with the stun on Beastmaster. Enchantress is taking a ton of damage, and she's actually going to go down here. Up the swap from Vengeful Spirit wasn't quite enough. There's a stun out on Windrunner. Nice fissure from Beastmaster. Splits up, from Earthshaker. Splits up Beastmaster from Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit trying to get some damage out on Windrunner, but Beastmaster's going to go down. Another stun coming out from Vengeful Spirit. Doesn't get the Sunstrike on Brewmaster, and it looks like we're coming out of that. 3 kills for the Dire team. Big plays from TTB there. I think that Earthshaker separating the Vengeful Spirit made a huge difference. And Vengeful Spirit wasted a swap on an Enchantress, trying to save her, but it really didn't pay off.
Yeah, man, I agree. And there's another interesting note. Invoker bought back, and I've been noticing something. He's only been using the same 2 spells pretty much all game. Haven't you noticed that?
Brewmaster getting the kill on the tower. Invoker running for his life. There's a stun from Brewmaster. Vengeful Spirit coming in, swapping Invoker out. Invoker might just get away from it. There's a stun on Crystal Maiden, trying to stop the stun. But Vengeful Spirit's going to go down here as well.
Man, and just when you think zNation, has made some progress, just a quick turnaround, and look at the sentries. Look at the 4 sentries drop. The 4 sentries drop just to stop Bone Fletcher.
And he isn't even there.
But
he's still
an
up top.
Excellent job of supporting
absolutely.
by this Crystal Maiden and Earthshaker. They've just been on the money all game. But I did notice that Invoker, during that entire fight, only used 2 spells. He only had 2 spells up.
And I mean...
I'm very shocked by that.
But I mean, he's making the best out of them. And I mean, it just, relying on these 2 spells, I mean, he knows they're both always going to be there. He doesn't have to take the time to invoke something else. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, we can't argue with the results, really.
True. But you're taking major effectiveness away from the hero.
I agree, but I mean, if we look at him, I mean, what is he right now? He's sitting 8-3.
Oh goodness, Bone Fletcher! Oh my goodness, Bone Fletcher! Almost dies to Brewmaster, going in on him, not popping an Orchid, and then just eating everything to the face.
Getting away with less than 100 health, and
yeah.
Both teams taking a second to go back and farm for a bit. Windrunner 1 versus 1 with this Invoker again down bottom. She's tempting fate a little bit. She's pretty overextended. She knows there are Shakers in the woods, and I guess he can save her, but now it's 3 versus 2 if they make a team fight happen here. Vengeful Spirit coming in.
4 versus 2, yeah. If you look at the Beastmaster coming up in the jungle, if you look at the minimap.
And they're both being smart. They're backing out. They've got a Observer Ward there.
Yeah, that's not a fight you want to take if you're anyone in TTB.
There's just way too much CC.
Oh, nice snipe by the Windrunner, eating that Hawk up. Oh,
they've been on top of killing that Hawk, actually. It was over here before, and Crystal Maiden took him out real quick.
Yeah, no, man. They've been doing an excellent job. It's the commentator's curse. You say, you make a prediction, or you say this team has an advantage, and then the other team's like, oh yeah, asshole? Not going down like that. So, I mean, I've been very impressed with TTB's play, especially their support play. I think their support play has been superb.
But at the same time, I really don't think zNation is out of this yet. I mean,
oh, absolutely not.
Mostly because of that Invoker. Yeah. I mean, we say he's been up. There comes a swap from Vengeful Spirit with the Force Staff from Windrunner trying to get out of there. He's gonna get out of there. Here comes the port in from both Morphling and Crystal Maiden, and Beastmaster's gonna go down. So we got Beastmaster and Enchantress down. Windrunner is down, but here comes Invoker with an awesome blink out of there, and then the Force Staff, and he's going to get out of there with his life, it looks like. Vengeful Spirit as well. Clinks is coming in. There's the Morphling. Morphling's going to looking for that kill on Vengeful Spirit. There's the Adaptive Strike, and Vengeful Spirit's going to go down. Excellent play from Morphling.
That Bone Fletcher, did you notice? Did not use the Orchid on the stunned Brewmaster while literally standing feet away.
I'm really disappointed in that Clinks play. The Clinks play all over in this game.
If the first 35 minutes, if you stop Brewmaster from being able to use his ulti, you're going to be in a very good spot. They got the items to stop it, and they're not using it. They're just letting him use Primal Split, and then it's, oh, shit.
And we're 31 minutes in, and he has an Ag Scepter. Morphling's got a Ghost Scepter and a Manta, as well as his Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, that's a pretty good rebound Invoker to get out of harm's way from Morphling. And Morphling, honestly, is hitting really, really, really hard.
Yeah, that was an excellent blink from him, as well as the Force Staff. He blinked. He was actually right over here. I think he was just about right here, and then blinked out. He managed to blink from over near the tower into the woods, and then Force Staffed over the ledge and managed to get away with it.
And he's picking up DD. Look, this Morphling, Manta, Ethereal Blade. Oh, and by the way, he does have a Lincoln Spear, which gives you additional damage. He is hitting hard for 32 minutes into the game. And I think at this point, you know, I actually don't think they can stop him. I think he's basically ready to say, hey, guys, I'm going to put you on my back. Let's go. Let's take this one home.
Shotgun Morphling.
Yeah, I mean, oh, my goodness. He is huge.
And I mean, the best. I think the most farm person is easily the Invoker on that team, and he's got the incredible mobility, but it's just they don't have enough damage. I mean, that Clinks, he's got his Orchid, he's got a Chrysalis now, and he's actually holding the Gem of True Sight. But it's really not going to be enough to make it a whole lot happen. A nice stun from Brewmaster. Windrunners might barely get away from life. There's another excellent Sunstrike. Brewmaster getting the ult off again. Orchid is actually down, so I guess he used it early.
Yeah, but the hero you need to use it on is Brewmaster, and he was stunned for about 10 seconds.
Vengeful Spirit's going to go down from the... Nope, not quite. Excellent Ice Wall from Invoker. Vengeful Spirit just barely going to get away with his life. And Enchantress staying back, trying to keep that Brewmaster from coming after Windrunner, I guess. Or from coming after Vengeful Spirit.
Look at this.
And here comes, actually, Clink's out of position to really catch him. But they're going to take him down. That excellent range from Enchantress and is just an outright damage from Clinks. They managed to take out Brewmaster, and it actually looks like Radiant came out on top in that fight for once.
Yeah, Enchant actually really helped to kill that Brew. Yeah, but Brew was stunned for a very long time, and boom, they did not actually...
Clinks with a double kill, though. He just comes in and cleans up the kill on Crystal Maiden, and I guess it was Earthshaker he killed as well. Or, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I guess it just... Earthshaker went down as well. I didn't even see him go down.
I actually think he got the kill for... No, he got Brew and Crystal.
We missed the action. They after that fight mid, there was some little fighting in their forest while they were talking, and we missed it. Morphling coming in, and there's a kill on Clinks. Excellent job from Morphling. There was the Ghost Scepter Adaptive Strike. It's just, you can't do anything about it. Especially against someone like Clinks. Clinks is just not exactly...
Well, his stat morph so high. Look at his stat morph. He has 1200 HP, but he has an additional 109 from his items, but 145 base agility. He's basically transferred all his strength into agility, so that Adaptive Strike is just going to blow someone up super fast.
And his attack speed is just incredible as well. It's there's nothing you can do about it.
He has a gem, which is the reason why he killed the Clinks.
And actually, he's going to come after. There's another... he just missed the kill on Beastmaster. He got out of there before Vengeful Spirit could do anything to him, which was probably a smart move. He probably could have gotten the kill, but it was probably the smarter move to just get the hell out of there.
It's an excellent play. Earthshaker was coming in from the river, so he used Morph on him. He sent that Morph of himself straight up to Roshan. He went for the kill, realized he couldn't get it. Boom. Instantly transferred, then he was at Roshan.
It's just incredible, like, that these pro players just think to do that. And, you know, you just can't... You just don't see that in anything but at this level. And, I mean, these aren't even the top teams, but you just see... You know, just the mindset of a pro player. They just know, hey, what am I going to do next? Okay, I missed that kill. Let's do the next best thing. Let's go kill Roshan. So it's just really incredible to watch what they come up with.
No, I completely agree. I think that's the difference between your casual intermediate level player and a top level player is knowing when to retreat and knowing when to go forward.
It's just like, just when I think I thought of something, I'm getting better, I'm doing this well, I'm doing this right, and then you see something like this. Brewmaster blinking in, trying to get Invoker, but Invoker Man just blinks away. He's not going to have any of that. Yeah. 5-man push from the Dire team, though, and with a little bit of positioning, they could easily take this tower, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them to actually push this straight up. I don't really know if they can, unless Brewmaster, there you go, unless he gets the initiation, and boom, as I say it.
And an early ultimate, he's not going to put up with that,
Oh,
Orchid.
yeah.
Vengeful Spirit goes down with the suicide, but she doesn't really make anything out of it. Beastmaster is going to go down as well. The other two retreating into the fountain, but this is going to be a tower for them at least. Klink's coming in, trying to make something
going down
happen.
to the CM. Big play CM. Look at this guy, bro. MVP of the match, Henry Dickinson. CM taking down Klink like a boss.
She picked up a medallion of courage, which is awesome.
Like a boss, and this is gonna be a Rax. And yeah, I think the Morphling just got out of control.
And he's still got
what else to say. That's just really tough for them.
He's not scared of anything. He's gonna come after this Invoker. There's the shotgun. I'm not even gonna refer to it as Adaptive Strike anymore. He's got the kill on Invoker. Actually, Crystal Maiden got the kill on Enchantress. I guess she can have a little bit of gold.
Yep, and the GGs. Let me drop the proverbial GG button here. Man, that is a very, very, very solid play by TTB. And I said going into this, my prediction was zNation, and oh my goodness, did they make me look like a fool. But it's all right though. I have faith in zNation. I have faith.
So that's going to be the end of this match. zNation team disconnecting, and they're definitely disappointed. And I think I honestly don't know. I don't really think. I mean, obviously Morphling got out of control, but it wasn't because he was doing. I mean, in the end there, he really had some amazing plays. But like early in the game, it's not like he even did anything amazing. He just kept his farm up. And,
I agree. I honestly feel like the Bone Fletcher pickup was pretty nifty. I thought it was very smart. Hey man, they needed a silence or at least somebody that could pick up an Orchid. Boom, Bone Fletcher. Excellent job. I just feel like, and I'm not trying to be critical, and I'm definitely not trying to question the level of play of said Bone Fletcher, but I really feel like he kind of let his team down. I think that zNation Nexus could have done a much better job of slowing down this Brew by being able to stop him in team fights by, hey, I don't know, maybe using the Orchid on Brew before he gets to ulti.
Exactly, and it's just got to be such a disappointment because, I mean, they had those early Invoker kills, and it really looked like it was obviously early in favor of the Radiant team, in favor of zNation, but, I mean, the lack of presence from Klinks in those team fights really was their downfall.
Yeah, I really think that they had, I really liked zNation's flexibility with their picks. I thought that their thinking was definitely in the right place. And I was really, really, really excited to see Klinks, but I wasn't excited to see some of the things that I saw. I felt like that game got away only because I think they weren't really I'm not questioning the team play so much, but I think that the ideology for the Klinks pick didn't match up with what actually happened in the game. I felt like they wanted Klinks for that reason, and then they just were like playing as if it was a pub match and just having him scout around and just try to pick people off, which I think is cool, but it's not going to work at this level of play. I think they need to actually use him with a purpose. They pick him for a purpose, use him for that purpose.
Exactly, and it's just such a niche hero to pick, and if he doesn't fulfill that role, then he's next to useless. And I really don't think he was used effectively in this game. And I mean, when he was there, he actually did make some decent plays, but it was just too late in the game to make anything happen. That Morphling was just way too strong, and just the lack of Orchid timing on that Brewmaster. And I mean, obviously they picked up Brewmaster first. They knew that was their biggest strength, obviously, or else they wouldn't have picked him up. And excellent Brewmaster play, and I think I would actually say, I don't know, if I had to pick an MVP, I'm not really sure because
Henry Dickinson MVP.